Hey folks, what's up? This is your boy Damage, back again, once again, for another live team building session. So in this series, I'm basically just making a team from scratch in Total Puppet Dance Performance, or TPDP for short, specifically in the Shadow Dreams Extended mod. I see people in this community ask a lot, how do I team build? So I thought I could just record myself and think to myself out loud, maybe throw some tips of my own, and maybe y'all watching this can gain some insight while I just ramble on to myself and just make this team. So, for this video, there is one puppet in particular that I'm pretty interested to like make a team around. And shoutouts to GamerCal if you're watching this. But the puppet in question is actually this. Speed Momiji. So, the reason why I decided to pick this puppet in particular for today is because, back in one of my previous videos when I was just reacting to GamerCal, reacting to, like, the tier list that I made, like, years ago, he was saying that this puppet was underrated, because the aspect of, aerial lates and extreme speed is really scary to deal with. Now, I would say, if we were in base game, this would be true, because the combination of steel and wind was actually really scary to switch into, mostly because in the base game, steel, the only type that switched into those types was steel, which in the context of TPDP specifically, is not that great of a type defensively. The type still has its defensive niches, however, steel in TPDP isn't the defensive juggernaut that you would know in Pokemon, because of the way the type chart is in TPDP. The type chart in TPDP is, I'd say, almost more or less the same that in Pokemon, but there are some notable differences that, when compounded together, makes Steel not as defensively pleasing as you would like to be. The first thing that made Steel not that great defensively is that a lot of notable types that Steel resisted are not in the game. For example, Bug, Ice, and Rock are not in this game. Technically, in this game, there is a type called Earth, which just combines the attributes of Rock and Ground. However, in this game, Earth does not resist Steel, or wait, how can I put this? No, wait, I should think of it the other way around. Steel is weak to Earth. In Pokemon, Steel resists Rock, but in this game, Steel is weak to Earth, which is the combination of Rock and Ground. So that's one point that's not in its favor. The second thing that made Steel not that great defensively is that the types that represent Normal and Grass, that being Void and Nature, Steel does not resist those. So that's more resistances that Steel lost, which ultimately resulted in it not having that much resistances, and still facing with the same weaknesses that played in Pokemon, which are Fighting, Earth, which substitutes for Ground, and Fighting. So yeah, basically, Steel just lost like 4 resistances in this game. So, which makes it not the defensive juggernaut that it seems to be. Now, going all the way back. So, Steel Wind was pretty hard to switch into in the base game. However, in Shadow Dreams, we have the newly added Warp type, which for the purposes of this video, let's just say it's another type that resists the combination of Steel and Wind, which ultimately makes Speed Momiji's life harder. The reason why I didn't really like this puppet to begin with is because dealing with Steel types dealing with Steel types isn't really that hard, but dealing with Warp types especially is really hard is really hard to work with when it comes to speed Momiji, which is why I found it interesting that GamerCal saw this as underrated, and so I'll basically try to tackle this prospect, trying to make this thing work with the type chart going against this, essentially. So, yeah, this is what I'm going to be building around. What's the PC? Can I type? Goals. Make speed Momiji work. This is the goal. And I'm going to bold this because I know this is what I want to be in the final build, because I'm basically aiming to make a team with this. So, speed Momiji. Now, what would I want to make speed Momiji work? Well, obviously, I'm going to need something that breaks through bulky steels and warps. Bulky warps especially. So if I'm gonna need to do this, actually wait, I'm not gonna make this as I'm not gonna put this as a goal. I'm just gonna put this as something that I'm gonna need to do. So I'm gonna need something that breaks through bulky steels and warps. So I'm definitely going to need a good fighting type breaker, that's for sure. I think I'd also want a good offensive piece that's like maybe a good fire type, maybe a good sound type, or maybe a good offensive poison type. What else would I want? Maybe a good earth type. What else is steel and warped weak to? Or what else are steel and warped weak to? I think that's it at the moment. Unless I'm missing something. Okay, so I'm going to actually give me a second. Okay, so I'm going to need something that that can break through steels and warps. So I think what I'll do. Oh yeah, one thing that I always want to showcase when I do this video is I want to showcase this site called ex.doll-alice.com, which is basically a Japanese site that's honestly just a really helpful tool for me to use. What this site has in particular is just a nifty search function. Oh, and speaking of which, I want to showcase something that I'm gonna start using this episode if I remember. So just recently, someone made like a someone basically made someone basically made a draft helper doc, and this could be nice as just a good way to visualize what I'm making. So for the purposes of this video, I'm just gonna put here speed Momiji. And now okay. So back to this site. So I think what I want first is find a really good fighting type that could help me break through the bulky steels and warps that may annoy this puppet. I don't know if I really want this thing to have I don't know if I want this to be a special or a physical attacker yet. But for the moment, I'll just, I think I'll check for special attackers for the moment and, check if, or just check for fighting types that have a really good special attack stat. Okay, so we have Speed Utoho, Extra Meta, Extra Yumiko could be cool. Orange might be actually really cool because this thing does have adaptability for it. That's a really cool thing to use. Extra Mailing might be interesting. Defense Hijiri might be interesting. Okay, looking at these options, I think I like either Speed Utoho, Extra Orange, or Defense Hijiri. The reason why I'm thinking of those things in particular is actually Extra Meta might not be that bad of a prospect either, but I'm not really too fond of Extra Yumiko because Extra Yumiko is weak to steel. Yes, she could threaten them with Fighting Stab, however, if I'm let's just say, for all intents and purposes, I'm fighting against a bulky steel that has high base speed, and they decided to invest in speed, and then that would be... That would not be in favor for me, similar for Extra Mailing. So I think... I guess with that in mind, I think I actually like Speed Uto or Extra Meta, mostly because they resist steel. That might be actually kind of nice. Maybe I could run specs with either of them. Maybe with Speed Uto I could run like a... This is more so a set that I've seen in, this is mostly something that I've just seen in, Human Village tournament runs, but I have seen Subprotect Blaze of Tenmei Gigantic Speed Utaho. And that set is nice in particular mostly because it's a really nice stall breaker set, because Blaze of Tenmei always applies burns on the opponent, which could rack up some nice damage. The problem that I have with that set in particular is that it doesn't have that much. Both Blaze of Tenmei and Gigantic have 5 SP, so even though it's a nice stall breaker set, that set could be stalled out itself. So I would have to think about it. I could either run like Specs or Subprotect. It depends on what I'm feeling. Speaking of which, I don't think I've decided on like what I want to do with Speed Momiji. I have tried Swords Dance in the past, but I think one set that I want to try out is actually Banded. I want to try Banded Aerial 8 E-Speed, mostly because I thought that might be cool. Focusing more on the E-Speed makes me a little bit more comfortable with speed control because I already have priority on my side. And maybe in like the late game when there's no more steals and warps, or my opponent those opposing steals and warps will be weakened, maybe Speed Emoji could be nice for cleaning games. That might be nice. Okay, so for good fighting type breaker, I am considering Speed Utsuho. However, I haven't looked at physical attackers yet, so I want to take a look at that. We have more options here. Okay, I mean, we have this, but this is more so like the Zenmo Darmanitan thing. Speed Hijiri, Speed Mailing, Power Meta. I mean, technically there's probably Suika, but yeah, no. Shinmo Yomaru is pretty nice. Power Yorigami is interesting. Speed Yugi might be kind of cool. Speed Mailing might also be nice if I want to go for like a speed mailing set similar to Mienshao. Kongara Sakuya Iki. I think I particularly like the fighting type breakers that resist steel, mostly because because steel types might be something that I have to consider when breaking through when breaking through Speed Momoji's checks, because they could switch into the steels and warps as well. So I like Power Yorigami, I like Power Sukuna, those seem nice. Speed Yugi is also pretty nice. Power Kongada is also pretty cool. I have a lot of options on the physical side. I think I'm gonna list these down, but I think first things first, I want to go with Speed Utaho. Not entirely sure what I want to go with her just yet, though. I could go, like... I feel like in this type of build, my gut feeling leads me towards perhaps making a all-out... Or rather, my gut tells me I want to switch moves with Speed Utaho, so... Although Specs seems a little bit interesting to me, I think I want to go with, like, either... Sub-Protect, Dual Stab, or like, let's see, I don't know if I necessarily want to go with Life Orb, but I think I'd want a damage boosting item at the very least. I don't want Expert Belt. I could either go for Radiant Hairpin, or I could go for the safe, Fire or Fighting Hairpin, and I think because I'm considering this breaker to switch into steel and warp type moves, I think I would go for the safer option of giving this thing a type hairpin rather than radiant hairpin, because I think in this type of build I would expect my breaker to take damage. So with this in mind, well, first off, I think I'm going to list my options for breakers here. I do have a few bit of options. I think I want to go with this for now. Maybe give this a ruby hairpin. Maybe I'll italicize it because I don't really know what I want yet. However, okay, so Speed Momiji, Speed Utaho. Alright. Let's see. What do I want now? Okay, so I have Fighting and Fire. So I think I either want Sound, Poison, or Earth. Which one would I want here? What would I want out of these? Actually, now I'm thinking about it, even though I have decent speed control, I think I want something that has good base speed. So, like, maybe... I'm not entirely sure what I would want my benchmark to be. Maybe something that's higher than base 115 speed. Maybe that could be a decent benchmark. So I think for now, I'll just look at, sound. Something that's higher than base 120 speed, maybe that could be ideal. Or maybe this could be my Scarfer, so I think maybe I'll just go with 75 base speed as the benchmark. I'm not entirely sure if I want like a Scarfer, or like just a fast offensive piece. Power Sagame seems kinda nice here. Has two types that threaten the checks that I want to, threatens the types that I want to threaten. Extra Kokoro might be cool. Miko, Merlin, Sagi, Mistiel, Lunasa, Yasuhashi. Okay, let me take a look at physical attackers. Miko. Okay, I could go for Scarf Extra Satano if I really want. Parmarasa, Benben, Tsukasa, Kyoko, Miko. So either I guess the Sound Poisons might be nice. I could either go for a Scarf, Extra Satano, or a offensive, Power Sagame. I might lean towards the Extra Satano if I want speed control. But Power Sagame just might be nice for, just because she has more better overall firepower. I want to check the Earth types at my disposal. Misumaru, Speed Momio might actually be interesting, actually. Speed Suako. Power Futo might be interesting just because out of all of these options, Power Futo has U-turn, which while it's not the best form of pivoting, that is an option. Actually, wait, no, I already have a fire type, so I don't think that's really an option. I kind of wish Speed Momia had Volt. That'd actually be really nice for me. Sorry. Concha, Tenchi. Yeah, I think looking at these, they could either want a Scarf, extra Satano, or an...
Tying the knot?
Oh.
Losing your health coverage.
Oh my god.
Welcoming someone new. When life changes, Covered California helps you find and pay for quality
Shut
health
up.
insurance. 90% of
Shut
enrollees
up.
have received financial help. Learn more at coveredca.com.
Fucking hell. Ay. Man. Okay, what was I? What was I? Yeah, okay, I lost track. I don't know what I was doing. Okay, so I think I either want Scarf, Extra Satano, or Offensive Power Sagame. I think I'm not entirely sure what I want yet. Maybe just this for now. Okay, so I think with that in mind, I want to take a look at what I'm weak to. So, I have a big Earth weakness, and I'm also weak to Wind and Electric. Welp. If there's one puppet that takes care of all of that, it's this one. But I'm gonna take a look at some other options. I think maybe this team could be nice with Spikes. Mostly because I feel like Spikes with Banded E-Speed might be a nice win condition. I want to see first, Wind, Earth, and... Actually, wait, I just realized Defense Tokiko isn't really that great of an option because it's neutral to electric instead of resisting it. So Defense Tokiko isn't the best option there. Power Eco and Extra Daisy look kinda neat, honestly. I could also maybe go Speed Ellen if I want to go more in the offensive. If I want to lean more towards offense with this build. That's another thing that's another tip that I would suggest when team building. The further you go along with this team, I would ask yourself, or I would ask, do I want this team to be more bulky offense, have an even ratio of offensive pieces to walls? Do you want to be more balanced, have a bigger ratio of walls to offensive pieces? You want to go more offense? You want to have a bigger ratio of offensive pieces to walls? That's another thing you want to keep in mind, is if you want to go offense or some such. And to be honest, I'm not entirely sure. I could definitely see this go offense here, because an offensive build doesn't seem that bad. I could go with like offensive Power Sagame and a Scarf Speed Ellen. That could be an interesting prospect, not gonna lie. I'm honestly not sure. I think for now, this is honestly really tough because extra Daiusei is a good pivot here. It does fix some weaknesses that I currently have at the moment. Although Power Eco isn't that bad either. I can go with like Hairpin, Power Iku that has spin, and go for like Scarf Extra Satano. I have options. I think at the moment I'm feeling Extra Daiusei. That's what I'm feeling at the moment. Okay. And this has Smash Gun, right? Okay, yeah, Extra Daiusei has Smash Gun, thank god. So now I'm weak to Fire, Earth, Fighting, and Sound. And I still... Okay, I have my rocker... Or rather, I have my spinner in place. Now I'm gonna need something that sets rocks and has resistances to these types. So that's the thing that I'm going to check here. Fire, Earth, Fighting, and Sound. Okay, there's nothing that's... Oh, this sucks. This kind of sucks. What are my options here? They don't really have... They don't really offer that much. Let's try... Okay, there's Defense Tokiko. Yeah, I don't think I could find a better option here. I could go for maybe Power Tokiko if I want to be different, but I think I need a good switch in. I really need a good defensive piece here, and it seems like Defense Tokiko is like, out of all of these other options here, it seems like Defense Tokiko might be the best one. And I think if I go with this, I could then try to find a puppet that resists fire and maybe has spikes, because I think I still like spikes here. Oh yeah, and I just need to find something that resists fire, and most... You know what? I can actually take something from my previous video. Actually, I don't know if I had this in a previous video, but one thing that I do know is that one of the better defensive spikers in this game is Defense Aka. And yeah, that actually just solves everything. Although, I don't know why this side doesn't have Defense Tokyo that has Sending Rocks. That's a weird bug. Actually, speaking of which, why is it saying that this has lightning speed? Whatever. Okay, I think this covers everything. Yeah, I'd say this covers everything. Now, the big question that I want to ask... Now, the big question of which I haven't answered yet is, what do I want the sound poison type to be? Because, as I said before, it could either be Extra Satano, or it could be Power Sagame. So it all just comes down to, is Banded E-Speed enough speed control? I think this is what it comes down to. Do I think Banded E-Speed is enough speed control here? Which, I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure. Actually, before I go with Defense Aka, I think I just want to double check, because I was a little bit too hasty. I was a little bit too hasty with the Defense Aka pick, but I want to see if there's any other better options for a spiker that resists fighting, or that resists fire. There's Defense Sarah, there's Extra Letty, Extra Letty might be an interesting one because I don't think I have a water type yet. I think I want to check this real quick. Oh. Oh, I see. I need a... Okay, I would need a spiker that not only resists fire, but also is not weak to finding. I guess that's what makes Defense Aka pretty special here, doesn't it? I could also go for extra Mayumi, although I do like Defense Aka better as an option because, it has, because Defense Aka is U-turn, and one thing I just realized is that extra Mayumi is another warp type, so if I added this, I presume I'm going to be weak to sound. Also, this thing doesn't have Master's Defense, another bug in this, Team Builder visual. But yeah, any other options? I could go for extra Mamizo, but this thing has reliable recovery. I could go for Defense Run, but I think similar issue here, I'd be weak to sound. There we go, Defense Run. Yeah, I'd be weak to sound. So yeah, Defense Aka seems to be the best option for me here. So I think with that, that's my team. I think that settles my team. Actually, not yet. I still haven't answered the question. Do I think that Bandit E-Speed is enough speed control? And to that, I'm honestly unsure. I'm really unsure if I think Bandit E-Speed's enough here. I think maybe just to play it safe, I'll go with Scarf Extra Satano. Mostly just to play it safe. Again, I guess it's up to y'all if you to decide if you think I should have gone Power Sakame Extra Satano. It's really close. It's really close. But I think I'll go with Extra Satano here. Alright, so I think with that, unfortunately, I haven't really figured out a solution for this, but you can't really see it, but I'm currently on the save editor, and I'm basically just putting my team in the game. So, I'm doing Speed Momiji. I think I'm gonna give this a red mark. Actually, yeah, now I'm thinking about this, I think I definitely want to give Speed Momiji a red mark instead of a green mark, because even though speed's important, I think I'm going to be hinging on the priority on this thing. But if I do run into see, I don't want to say if I run into a base 100 or like base 105 puppet and I get outsped by that, I don't want that instance to come up to me, because it will really suck if that happens. If I have to use Overskill or Samurai Edge on a puppet that's like base 105 speed, then that's going to really suck. Because then I get outsped, and then this thing dies, and then tough luck for me. So yeah, I am gonna go green. Overskill, Samurai Edge, Swallow Cut, maybe Break Shot, because it could be nice for fighting, or it could be nice for steel types. Next will be Utsuho. Dual, Green, Ruby Hairpin. Special attack speed, Blaze of Tenmei. Blaze of 10 Mage, Gigantic, Inferno, and fuck it. How about Firewall? Satono. You know what? I actually haven't figured out. Okay, you know what? Last minute change of plans. I think I'm going to do Power Sagame instead of Extra Satono, and the sole reason is because I haven't figured out what Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetype name I want to give. Well, okay, so funny thing, if you haven't noticed, if you haven't noticed in these prior episodes, one funny thing that I like to do is give my puppets nicknames based on Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetypes. For example, I would name this for Higher because that's an archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh! And similarly, I would name this. I mean, I can show you the rest of the nicknames at the end, but I would also name this Volcanic because that's an Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetype name. But I don't think I have anything for Extra Satono yet, and because of that. Simply because of that, I am gonna go Power Sagame here. If you guys know of any Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetype name I could give to Satono, that would be appreciated, but I mean, the only reason why I'm going for this is because I have a nickname for this and no other reason, which is Herald, because Heralds are an archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh! But yeah, what would I want this to be? Not gonna lie, I could also give this a Scarf if I really want to, if I'm really afraid of speed control. But I think for now, I think I like Calm Mind on this. It's a high tone. Flashover and US protection. Daiyusei. Sylvan, Tokiko, and Eika. There we go. That's saved, and now I'm gonna switch over to this. If it'll load in OBS. There we go. And this is the team. We have Bandit Speed Momiji. We have Ruby Hairpin Speed Utsuho. We have Calm Mind 3 moves Power Sagame. Again, if you have names for Extra Satono, I'd appreciate it down in the comment section below. We have Spidef, Extra Daiyusei, that's the spinner. We have Rock's Defense Tokiko. And we have, pardon me. And we have Spidef, Spidef Defense Eika with spikes. And yeah, that is the team. Thank you guys for watching the vid, and I'm going to showcase this video, or I'm going to showcase this team in another video. See you guys later.